Welcome back to Next Up Haunted Adventures. Today I'll be reviewing House of Damnation in Maumee, Ohio. House of Damnation started off as just a gathering of family and friends, but they decided to open it into a public haunt a few years ago. Relatively new as far as haunted attractions go and local, I'll try not to be too harsh, but there are some things within the haunt that need to be addressed in order to help you decide if this is the haunt for you. To start off, their Facebook page and their website did not display the same info. Start time said 7 p.m. on website and 8 p.m. on Facebook. I clicked the link to access their video, but it was no longer accessible. They also only had one picture on the site. Their site location did not improve upon arrival. They had one tiny poster on the warehouse to advertise that they were here, at this spot, but nothing else. Walking in was clear that they did not bother with adding ambience to get you excited for the haunt. There were even openings in the haunt walls that allowed you to see some of the stuff that should have been covered up. It made it obvious that it was a low-budget attraction before you even enter the $18 haunt. They had too many actors, and most of them were pretty bad as acting goes. I believe they could have hired half the amount of actors and better ones to make this haunt more attractive. The actors kept running into each other, and they only knew how to scream at you. What really bothered me was that they broke character a lot. They either got nervous that you showed no fear because it wasn't scary in my opinion, or they didn't know what to do more than one line in a single movement. They even stopped to reset the scenes while my boyfriend and I were still walking through the set, which is a huge mistake. And we were walking, at a relatively decent pace. We were not walking slow. I do realize mistakes get made in haunted houses, but breaking character is not the way to go about them. One guy jumped out from a closet and failed to scare us, so he just put his hands on his face and looked embarrassed. The actors also left their pop bottles and fast food drinks laying in plain view on their sets, which is just lazy and sad. They should have covered them up to maintain the ambience. It really messes with the illusion when someone wears a modern watch that doesn't match a historical costume or have a pop bottle in their hand. They had so many missed opportunities in the haunt. You could walk through into a room and think something's gonna happen, or an item was about to be used or moved, but nothing ever became of it. They also had about 7 exit signs throughout this 7 to 10 minute haunt that were not covered by any doors or sheets, simply a sign that said exit, and you could see the rest of the warehouse as you tried to trudge through the rest of the haunt with lost ambience and immersion. On the upside, they kept most of the haunted house dark and most things were poorly lit, probably due to low budget and an attempt to make things look better, but I did like it. However, they did have spotlights on some scenes which did not go over well. For instance, they had a hillbilly rotten room that was well lit, that you could see some of the props, body parts, and pans, and they looked newly bought, which ruined ambiance when other things were supposed to be gross. They weren't painted or touched up to look nasty in the areas where they really should have been. Their cemetery scene setup was pretty cool, one of the things they did pretty well for a local haunt. But then you quickly move on to the next scene, which looks cool at first with its green light that looks like water comes up to your waist, but then you realize that it's just an empty room, and you, and one actor who's just submerged under the light making a weird low growl as you walk by. Again, another missed opportunity. It was okay for a low-budget haunt, but even still, they had some serious issues with the general setup and acting, so I can't give them a high rating. I hope that because it's a new and local haunt that they improve in the coming years and become a really good haunt. I hope this review was helpful, and whether or not you visit this haunt, let me know what you thought.